Good morning to everyone. This is Mary Sina. I am the Regional Lawyer, District Legal Services Authority, Senapati. Today we will be having a short question and answer sessions with the frequently asked question of District Legal Services Authority Act 1987. District Legal Services Authority comes under the National Legal Services Authority, which works under the Supreme Court of India. Under the National Legal Services Authority, in our state, we have Manipur State Legal Services Authority. And in every district, a District Legal Services Authority is established. And for the Senapati district, we have District Legal Services Authority Senapati, where Chairman Sri N. Kritichan is the head, and followed by Secretary of Dalsa Senapati. To begin with, let me introduce two of my colleagues who will be joining me today. On my right is Advocate Sarita Ranapali. She is one of the panel lawyer, DLSA Senapati, and on my left is Advocate Lenthon, who is also the Finance Secretary of this Senapati District Bar Association as well. Welcome to you both. Before I go ahead with question and answer sessions, let me quickly give some insightful information about what is legal aid services. Legal aid services means providing free and competent legal services to the weaker sections of the society to ensure that opportunity for securing justice are not denied to any person by reasons of economic, social, or other disability. Let me elaborate more on who are the weaker section. A weaker section are a member of scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, a victim of trafficking, a woman or child, a mentally ill or otherwise disabled person, a victim of mass disaster, ethnic violence, caste atrocity, flood, drought, earthquake, or industrial disaster, an industrial workman, a person in custody including in protective homes, a person having an annual income not more than ₹3 lakh, senior citizens, transgenders, people infected with or directly affected by HIV or AIDS. Let us now begin our sessions, and to know more about DALSA, I would like to ask a few questions to Ms. Lenthon of what is the nature of legal services.
Thank you, Mary. Free legal services entail the provision of free legal aid in civil and criminal matter for those poor and marginalized sections who cannot afford the services of a lawyer for the conduct of a case or a legal proceeding in any court, tribunal, or before an authority.
Okay, Lenthon, I would also like to ask, is a woman, irrespective of her income or financial status, eligible for free legal aid?
Yes, Mary, a woman is eligible to apply for free legal aid services because a woman comes under a weaker section of Legal Services Authority by virtue of Section 12C of the Act.
So, Lenthon, even I have few questions to ask you regarding DLSA. Lenthon, is a person eligible for free legal aid if he or she doesn't have enough money to pay for his or her case?
Yes, Sarita, a person is eligible if he or she fulfills the criteria under Section 12H of the Legal Service Authorities Act, and if that person has annual income of less than it is prescribed under the respective state government.
Okay, Lenthon. And what if the person seeking legal aid is illiterate?
Okay, Sarita, such person can be assisted by the SASAs, DASAs, or panel advocates. The paralegal volunteers who are stationed in the villages can also gather necessary information of such applicant and fill up the forms for them. The application is required to affix signature with initials or thumb impressions on the same.
Lengthon, can you now tell us about the procedure to be followed if he or she is unhappy with the conduct of the lawyer assigned to him or her? And can he or she complain against him or her? And can they be replaced?
Yes, he or she is unhappy with the lawyer assigned to them, they can make a formal complaint to the authority that assigned the lawyer to them. One is by writing a simple paper application. However, you must ensure that your complaint describes the problem that you are facing with your lawyer.
Thank you, Lengthon. I'm sure many people have this question in their mind. Thank you for answering that.
Okay, so Lenton, can any person choose a lawyer of his or her choice under free legal aid services?
Yes, definitely, Mary. Any person can avail the services of a lawyer of your choice under the free legal services. The application for the legal services will be scrutinized by the secretary, and if the applicant has mentioned or expressed his or her choice of a lawyer on a panel, such member secretary can consider and allow the same.
Lengthon, can a legal aid be denied or withdrawn?
Legal aid can be denied or withdrawn if it is by misrepresentation or fraud, if it is found ineligible under Section 12 of the Legal Services Authority Act 1987, and it can be also denied if it does not cooperate with the Legal Services Authority and in the event of death of the aided person.
Okay, Lengthon. And is free legal aid confined to the cases in subordinate courts only?
No, Sarita, it is not confined to only the subordinate courts. It goes to the lowest court, to the highest Supreme Court of India.
Okay. Okay, Lengthon, let me now ask you a question regarding a very heinous crime in our society, which is also a very sensitive issue in our society. Well, Lengthon, if a woman is raped, how can DLSA assist her?
Well, Sarita, that's a very good question. DALSA will also provide medical help and also free medical aid from any hospital.
Okay, so Lenton, my last question to you is, how and where can one apply for free legal aid, and does any person have to pay any fees while submitting the form of free legal aid service?
Well, Mary, first of all, a person seeking such legal help need to fill up an application that is available at the nearest legal services authorities and submit the same to either the authorities physically or post application to the authority, or it is also possible to make your application orally. A paralegal volunteer will be there to assist such person seeking such services.
Okay, now I would like to ask few questions to you, Ma'am Sarita, regarding the National Lok Adalat. Sarita, can you please tell us something about National Lok Adalat?
Definitely, Mary. First of all, let us try to understand as to what is Lok Adalat. Well, Mary, as the name clearly suggests, Lok Adalat is people's court, which means court for everyone. So it is a court for everyone. Mary, there are different alternate dispute redressal mechanism given under the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, and Lok Adalat is the most important one among them. Mary, in Lok Adalat, cases pending in the court or at pre-litigation stage, which means before a case is taken up to the court, are settled or compromised amicably in a friendly and speedy manner.
Okay, Sarita, I would also like to know what is the main objective of National Lok Adalat?
Yes, Mary. The main objective of organizing a Lok Adalat is to save time and money, provide speedy justice, and also to reduce burden of courts. Mary, as we all know, our courts are overburdened with cases, and sometimes some cases takes years and years to get disposed of, and people are wary to go to court thinking that litigation expenses are very high. So in Lok Adalat, cases will be settled soon, free of cost, and with the help of experts. Mary, here I say experts because members in a Lok Adalat will constitute judges and lawyers also. So a Lok Adalat is the best for everyone.
So Sarita, I do have some few questions to ask you. So my question to you is, has Lok Adalat been given statutory status?
Yes, Lengthon. Lok Adalat has been given statutory status under the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, pursuant to the constitutional mandate of Article 39A and Article 14 of the Indian Constitution.
Can you also tell us to what kind of cases can be settled in Lok Adalat?
Well, Lengthon, talking about criminal compoundable cases, let us first try to understand as to what is criminal compoundable cases. So, compoundable cases are such cases which are less serious in nature, such as hurt, cheating, adultery, theft, assault, criminal trespass, defamation, etc. And such kind of cases can also be settled in Lok Adalat.
Okay, my next question is, can only weaker section of the society take their cases up in Lok Adalat?
Lengthon, Lok Adalat takes up cases involving not only those of the weaker section of the society, but also the other general public. As I said earlier, like Lok Adalat is people's court. It is court for everyone.
Okay, Sarita, even I have a question. Do we need to pay any fees to take the cases in Lok Adalat?
No, Mary. It's free of cost. We don't have to pay any money to take our cases in Lok Adalat.
Okay, Sarita, my next question to you is, what kind of power are conferred to Lok Adalat and how binding are the awards given by the Lok Adalat?
Yes, Lengthon. Lok Adalats are conferred with the power of a civil court. So the award or decision made by the Lok Adalat is deemed to be a decree of a civil court, and it will be binding on all the parties, and no appeal lies against such award in any court of law. There are two methods of referring a case to a Lok Adalat. The first one is through the court where your matters are pending, and the second one is through Manipur State Legal Services Authority or District Legal Services Authority and Manipur High Court Legal Services Committee.
Okay, thank you, Sarita. I have one more question for you. If parties in a dispute cannot come into settlement in Lok Adalat, will they be forced to settle their issues?
Yes, Lengthon. This is a very good question. I'm sure that many people had this question in their mind. So, Lengthon, the parties in a Lok Adalat will never be forced or pressurized to come to a settlement. They can only be persuaded to come to a settlement. The members in a Lok Adalat will only assist the parties in an independent and impartial manner to come to a settlement. And if the pending cases are not settled in Lok Adalat, it will go back to the court.
Okay, Sarita, so when is the next National Lok Adalat going to be held and how efficient it is?
Yes, Mary. The first Lok Adalat for the year 2023 will be held on 11th of February 2023. Mary, usually 4 Lok Adalats are held, organized in a year, and the second one will be held on 13th of May, and the third one will be on 9th of September, and the last one will be held on 9th of December 2023. And Mary, talking about the efficiency of Lok Adalat, the efficiency can be well understood and measured from the National Judicial Data Grid of 2016 to 20. In the span of just 5 years, more than 2 crore cases have been disposed of. And the number is increasing every year. So, I can say with conviction that Lok Adalat is very efficient.
Thank you, Sarita and Nathan, for joining us. I'm sure now that all our viewers must have had a clear idea about National Lok Adalat and Dalsa Senapati. Before we end up these sessions, I would again tell our viewers as to how you can approach or ask any inquiries about National Lok Adalat or free legal services. You can visit front office Dalsa Senapati at District and Sessions Court Complex Senapati, or you can call the headline number 600-994969. I repeat, 600-994969. Thank you all.